My name's Diamond Dallas Page, WWE Hall of Famer and creator of the DDPY fitness system. For decades, I have always been ahead of the curve when it comes to holding back the hands of time. And at 68 years young, my regiment is not for the faint of heart. My routine challenges even the fittest athletes who are less than half my age. But to me, it's just a typical day. I've invited some of my celebrity friends and some incredible warriors from around the world to experience it for themselves. So the challenge has been laid down. The only question is, do you have what it takes to survive DDP's Gauntlet? Bang! Hey guys, it's me, DDP, and welcome to DDP's Gauntlet. And I have another AEW superstar here, but this one is a former AEW champion, world champion. And first of all, Thunder Rosa. Where does that name come from? I gotta ask you that right away.
It comes from a place called Thunder Road when I was a social worker.
Thunder Road, like Bruce Springsteen's Thunder Road, or your own?
I mean, I think it's pretty similar. I just, that's where I started working, and I was
Did you
like,
say social?
Social work, yeah. I was a
a
supervisor there. I was supervising 47 kids in 3 different units.
How old were you then?
Oh my God, 26.
Well, that's right before you had to start, right?
Yeah.
Had you already started training to be a wrestler?
No, I started training to be a wrestler right there. That's when things started getting serious, yes.
And what part of the country were you in?
It's in Oakland, California.
Oakland?
Yes.
No kidding.
A rough city, yes.
that can be pretty rough city up there.
Especially now, it's pretty rough. So.
And who was training there?
I went to this place called APW Gold Mine. It was like a secondary school because we have all pro wrestling in Hayward, California with Roland Alexander. That's what I was going to start training there, but he passed away before I started my journey as a professional wrestler. And then they opened another school, and that's when I went to in Pacifica, California.
And the guys who were training you, had any of them made it to the show?
No.
Yeah, and that's an interesting thing too, because there are still guys who are workers, really good workers.
Absolutely.
You know, but getting that next level stuff, like if you were running your school, it would have been run differently to a certain degree than they ran theirs, you know, starting out, because you're a different level.
Yes.
So the other guys don't know what they don't know.
Yes.
But that's how a lot of people get their start. Guys got to the bottom of the card or whatever it was, and you know, when I originally tried to wrestle, I was 23. I had like 3 matches, you know. I wrestled 1 day a week, but the guy was a enhancement cat, or jobber back in the day, named Tino Torres. And he was, I want to say from Puerto Rico, and I can only understood every 3rd word, but enough to get me, they put me in the ring, didn't know anything. And my 3rd match, I hurt my knee, and that's what, you know, it's funny how sometimes your dreams are going in one direction, then something derails you, and then you get completely derailed. And then I end up running my first little rock and roll joint, and the booze, the broads, and the party took me a different direction that I never really thought I'd come back to. But I didn't really learn anything. You obviously learned.
Absolutely. My trainers, Matt Carlos and Dylan Drake, were absolutely amazing. They did a lot of tryouts, and they dreamed to go, you know, to the big leagues. But because of life, they have kids, and it took them a different story.
Thing.
Yes.
But you have a child too.
A 19-year-old.
19-year-old.
Yeah, he's about to go to college. I'm like, oh my God, yes.
So you've already had your kid, and you were married to, what's your husband's name?
Brian.
Brian.
Yes.
I read that he's was the one who really said for you to really focus on this when you finally were starting to make money. To focus on this.
Yes.
And that's a cool dude, you know, especially when you take that guaranteed income out of your family, and you've got a little one on top of that. So what was your driving force from the get-go besides the love of the game? Like what What propelled you?
I think-
In your hardest moments.
I guess it's just the drive of doing something that everybody told me I couldn't.
I know that feeling.
You know, it's everybody told me that I was wasting my time. The way that I was treated too, it was very like I was the only Mexican-born wrestler wrestling in all California, and like I find myself being like the only one of my kind everywhere. And I always look very different, talk different, have an accent. I was older than a lot of the girls.
So when you started, how old were you?
I was 28.
28. I mean,
28.
that's almost the equivalent of a guy starting at 35.
Yes.
You know,
Oh,
so-
pretty much. Like, because everybody's young and
Right.
they've been in the business since they're like 14, 15, and I'm here like Berkeley graduate, social worker.
So wait a minute, I got to go. So you've gone to college.
Yes.
Obviously, you're a social worker, and you've got a real job. You know.
Yes, I do.
With his income and your income, you guys can, you can make a decent life for yourself. What is the drive? What is the passion that said, I got to do this?
I think it came when Roland died, and I already paid for my school, and that was the money that we were going to use for Brian to go to university. And we lost all the money. It was $3,000. And,
Right.
I mean, then to me, that's a lot of money for a lot of people.
No, that's a lot. Even
Yes.
still today,
Yes.
everything's jacked up. But when you got a little one, and that could have gone somewhere else if you're not going to keep following this dream,
No, because
which is 1 in a billion.
Yes, absolutely. Like it was a decision that night. I remember looking at him and I said, "We're gonna make 30,000 times more than the money that we lost." Like I'm saying it now, and it's gonna happen. No matter what I need to do, I'm gonna do this. And he was like, "All right, you always say that you're gonna do something. You always do it." So, and that was my drive. I was like, I always wanted to prove people wrong. I wanted to push myself in a way, and I was never been pushed. Because of where I came from. I came from nothing, from
Right.
Mexico. I was born and raised in Tijuana with 3 sisters in a 2-bedroom house. We had very little things. We never struggled for food, thankfully. My dad was always, he was very poor when he was growing up. So that was like a thing for him. Our fridge was always full with like vegetables, fruits. Like we ate really, really healthy over there. And I was always told no when I was little too, because we don't have money. I always wanted to do sports, and I couldn't afford tennis shoes. I couldn't afford any of that, so I had to focus in school. So all my focus from 3 years old to like 25 was to like go to school and get an education. That's why I was the first one in my family to graduate from high school, then community college, because I had to learn English, so I had to do 4 years of community college.
Where did because you obviously came across the border.
Yes.
You're set up, but you only know Spanish. So how do you learn? Like, because I would never think that
Well,
that you didn't grow up with a
Brian
language.
is white, so he speaks only English, so I had to learn English. He didn't speak Spanish to me, and when we moved to the Bay Area, that helped me tremendously because a lot of people didn't speak Spanish. There was very few people. And then I also made an effort to get out of my comfort zone. Even when I was 17, when I was in high school, my high school was predominantly Mexican, and I hung out with all the outsiders, because
Right.
they were the ones who were willing to teach me English, and I came to this country to learn English.
Right.
I mean, if I wanted to learn Spanish, I would stay in my bubble, but I did not want to stay in my bubble.
Right.
Like from my very young age, I was always very different, and I was always very driven. I always knew that I have a goal in life. I didn't know what it was when I was young, but the more that I started learning about the system and things that I could achieve here, the more that I started getting involved, and that meant that I will go against the grain, right? And
Your own path.
always.
I always say, there's better, and Eric Bischoff taught me this. It became part of my DNA. He said, there's better than, and then there's less than. Whoever's not the best is less than, unless they're different than.
Yes.
And that has a lot to do with, the trailblazing.
Yes.
Like Medusa, Cherry
Oh, I love her.
Martell were huge trailblazers. Like Deuce, like she was really, I would love to have seen her in these days, these last probably good 10
10
years
years.
of female wrestling. Because she was way ahead of the curve.
Oh yeah, she was.
You know?
I love her. Like I met her in Japan in 2015, and we just clicked. Like there's something about her personality that reminds me a lot of me. She's just like has so much tenacity, and she has like this drive. And back in like 80s and 90s, the way that she did things, it's amazing.
Deuce does not get enough credit.
No, she
because
doesn't.
She doesn't, because I managed her in 1988. Because I couldn't, because when I screwed up and I didn't follow my dream. But everything happens for a reason, right?
Yeah.
So the bottom line is, WrestleMania happened. I was so mad that I didn't pay my dues and follow my dream. I stopped watching wrestling. I wouldn't even watch it casually. Until one day I was flicking the channels, and who pops on the screen but Jesse Ventura in his leather coat and his crazy sunglasses and his do-rag. I'm like, who is this cat? Because I knew Gorilla Monsoon, who he was with. And then the first guy who comes through the curtain had a bag over his shoulder and a Fu Manchu. And man, you watch Jake the Snake Roberts back in 1986, 7, 8, when he's in his super prime.
I love him.
Like the very best. I mean, that one match, and then I saw his promo, and I was like, did I miss something? Are some of these, like, I literally, who had trained for 3 months, literally said, is some of this real? Because Jake's stuff, you couldn't see through his shit, and I think it was about 7 or 8 months later, he walked into a big nightclub I was running by that time in Fort Myers, Florida. And that's where we started to develop a relationship. But, as far as, just the talent of believability.
Yes.
That's what always made me, when I watch you, very believable. So what would you say was the first thing in your career that really made you go like, wow, okay, this is something that just put me at that next level?
I think the first thing was before anybody like actually gave a damn about me, I was talking to your wife, getting into the MMA cage.
Yeah, I saw that too. Like, so wait, and then I caught the tail end of that conversation where you said you were still a white belt. White belts in what?
And jiu-jitsu.
In jiu-jitsu of all things, where
Yes.
That's a pedigree that these people are coming in. They're coming in with browns and black belts.
Yes.
So what made you think you could do that?
Because nobody will take me serious. Nobody was taking me serious. Like, I was being overlooked. I was already in the business for how long? I don't know. Jesus, 5, 6 years. And I was just like, what am I missing? Am I missing something? Am I not good enough? Like, it's like my look not good enough? Like, what else do I have to do for people to understand I'm a badass bitch? And like, and I will take anyone, anything, anybody. Like, nothing is impossible for me. So the opportunity came. Another wrestler that jumped into MMA allowed me to do this in Combate Americas at the time. And I just didn't hesitate. And I was like, I've been training jiu-jitsu, might as well just take it serious. But I didn't know the amount of time and commitment that I took. And then on top of that, I had to wrestle on the weekends to pay for my bills.
Sure.
Because I was not signed. Like I said, nobody will give me a chance.
So when you're in that spot, because I have so many kids still, come up to me and say, DDP, I want to be a wrestler so bad, man. I just got to have it. I know it's my future. And I'll say, can you breathe without it? They're like, what do you mean? Because wrestling is so hard.
It is very hard.
It's so hard. First of all, you think learning the moves are the hardest thing you're ever going to do. No. And then you realize that was the easy part. Getting the people to care. Mm-hmm. Especially in the independent world where they have no idea who the hell you are most times. So how do you get them to care? But you got to be willing to grab the people's jackets and walk them back and set up the rings, and then they'll probably let you work into pay to train and all of that. Will you be happy with that? And I know people are like, yes. I go, can you breathe without it? No, I got to do it. Well, then you should do it, because it's going to beat up your body so much. And so much, especially at that level, the independent worlds, where there's so much chance to get injured.
Yeah. And you got to work injured, because, if that's your livelihood, you got to work. And you have no like, I'm going to take the day off. There was times when I was doing MMA, like I remember one time I was training, oh man, like 3 times a day. And we had the jits class, like no gi. And that my lower back was like chud. And my trainer
So you've been having
I've been having problems
life.
for a while now.
Right.
And I remember with Sharding was hurting, and my trainer was like, "You better show up to class because your fight's about to be in 3 weeks, and there's no you can't take days off." And I was like, "My back hurts." I was like, "I don't give a fuck.
Right.
Like, you need to go there and do it." And I remember they bent me, and I was in tears in training. I got in the car and I could barely move, and I remember sitting in my house with ice in my back, and I'm just like, what the fuck am I doing? You know, what am I doing? It's like I started questioning life and my decisions.
So did you take going into the real world of MMA as if I could show these people I'm a badass, that for wrestling that it would transition? Is that the mentality? Or were you just saying, fuck it, I'm going for that too?
Well, one, the payout was good. I'm gonna put it in quote unquote.
Right.
And the everything that I got out of it was worth it to me mentally,
Right.
and spiritually too, because it showed me how that I had the dog in me, and I always knew I had the dog in me. I just
Right.
didn't know that, at 33 years old, I can just I'm just gonna be an MMA fighter this year. Why not? And it's like, you don't put an age to your dreams or whatever thing you want to do, right? And then from there, David Lagana gave me the opportunity to go to NWA. So I was doing the same 2 things at the same time. That's when they introduced me to NWA. Then right after my fight, he covered the fight, and I remember I went there not to win. I went there to survive. Because I was like super green. I had 6 months of experience. I fought a girl that had 5 matches under her belt.
What was her specialty?
She was a kicker. She was like a little, I think she was like your size. She was super tall. She had 7 inches reach on me.
Wow.
It was crazy. Like, this thing was insanity, but I survived. I lost by decision. See, I didn't get knocked out or choked out. Just got a little cut right here. And it just taught me a lot about life and just consistency and dedication. And then right after that, a couple months later, I was the first Mexican wrestler to win the NWA Women's Championship.
Wow, yeah, I saw that. Yeah.
Which was a big medal in my in my sack.
Because again, the NWA, that's what I look at. It was Cody's first, his first big title, and that was the one that his dad had too. You know, so yeah, that's a big moment. Billy
Corgan was
what a great guy.
Yes.
A great guy. He loves wrestling, and he appreciates, and he loves the old school wrestling, which I love it all. I mean, like a lot of my buddies, I don't watch anymore. It's too blah blah blah. I go, no, it just changed, and really, there's all different types. Like some guys still do work old school with the new school feel, and some what I call the acrobatics of. It's almost like a video game, but those matches are unbelievably hard and incredibly hard on your body, and the fans who love it. So I appreciate everything all these guys and girls are doing right now because, if anything, it's entertaining as hell as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah, it is very entertaining, but it's very painful after a while.
Very painful. And the 2 matches that stick out to me that you had were both of those were Brit, and you guys beat the fuck out of each other.
Yes, we did.
Oh my God. There were so many bumps, but it wasn't a bump fest. You guys told a great story. I mean, we got the match of the year what year was that?
It was 2021, the Lights Out match. I won an unsanctioned match that I had with Britt Baker. That's the one that we won match of the year.
But I love the storytelling.
Yes.
All through it, and a cage match too.
Oh, oh my God, that cage match. It's unreal. Like, people still come up to me. A lot of people from San Antonio. That's where it was.
That's right. It was in your hometown.
In my hometown. Right? Actually, that ring it's my ring. The ring where I bled.
Are you serious?
Yes, that's my ring.
Well, there's a good sign.
Yes. And
did you know you were going over?
That's the funny part. I was not supposed to go over that day, but it's just like, how the universe works.
Yeah.
you're not ready for stuff, and they're like, here, it's happening, and you're like, wait, what? You know, but I remember like the conversations, and I remember that moment. I said, again, like mentioning being Mexican American, right? Because I'm a Mexican and I also have a American citizenship. And I was talking to Tony. I was like, Tony, has it ever been another moment like the one with Eddie Guerrero, and where like the people are like, he's so over? And when he won the championship in California, remember that? I was like, I would love to do something like that, because it's never been done with a female wrestler, especially a Mexican American female wrestler.
And that's the same. I want to say Benoit had won the world champion. Eddie won the WWE championship, or vice versa. I'm not sure. I think it was that though. But Eddie, man, I loved Eddie, man. Like, Eddie helped put me on the map because we were working together, and I put him out. You know, gave him like 3 diamond cutters, and he was going to Japan for a month. So then I worked with Chop, who I had no idea had only had 11 matches in his life.
Wow.
Yeah, and we go out there, and I'm just assuming, so I thought he'd been working for years, you know, and that was a hell of a match. And I got to go over on Chav, and then Eddie came back, and then people were turning me babyface then, and Eddie was such a great heel.
Yes.
But he didn't encourage it. He just did his thing. And the crazy part is, he's supposed to finally get me back at Halloween Havoc. And you know, when he came off that top rope and you're on the floor, I don't know, it was like he was a frog. He jumps
high.
Jump so high. And when he came down, and this has happened to, it happened to me before. I don't know if it happened to you, but when you tear that white cartilage in between your ribs, and it's white because there's no blood, but when so that's so hard to heal, and it takes away your breath.
Oh my God, yes.
He never sold it. And if you watch that match, we go in maybe 3 to 5 minutes more before I'm going to pick him up, and we're just about to go into the finish, which is the frog splash. As I'm picking Eddie up, he goes, diamond cutter. I go, no, bro, you got to go, diamond cutter, diamond cutter. So, I mean, I don't think I had him this high. And boom, hit him down, pin him 1, 2, 3. It was a huge win for me, but that was God's work. But Eddie called it. He could have called small package, but he didn't. He could have called anything, but he didn't. But he let it go so long. And man, I loved him. Boy, I think there was nobody better than him as a mechanic, and then was really getting over. You know?
He was super over, and I feel like it's gonna be very hard, and it's been very hard for WWE to find someone like him to like bring back into the ring, because the Latino community is growing tremendously right now, and
sure it is. And
we just haven't been able to find someone like that. And I want to make sure that people are like, I'm not comparing myself to Eddie Guerrero by any means. I just want to have a moment like he had in California, especially in Texas, and winning that championship, and like what he brought to the people in my town, and what he brought to the people that were watching the show in that time in 316 in 2022, which is Thunder Rosa Day in Bexar County, by the way. It was very special for a lot of us, and I have people from like little kids to like grandmas telling me like they were crying with me when I won the championship, or when the mariachi.
You can see it was so. Yeah, the mariachis, I love that.
It was great. It was a great moment for women. It was a great moment for Latinos in general.
You guys were the main event of that.
We main evented, yes. Yeah, it was. That match was brutal. Like, I still remember some of the bumps and how I felt. I couldn't walk for like 10 days. Like,
I'm sure of it. And like, I'm going to turn you on to a doc too, that I turn on everybody. Like Steven Regal comes and see him every couple of months still today. You know, I see him every week whenever I'm here. Is Dr. Kenneth West, but his son is also, West is completely booked up, but his son is really good. And I'll see him half the time too, but he turned on muscles. I had 8 pay-per-views and Ready to Rumble.
It's Sting! He nails Diamond Dallas Page!
I couldn't walk. and he flew out to me and put Humpty Dumpty back together again. So, there's so many bubs for the reason of haven't had many women come in who are the girls, except for you and Britt. And watching your matches, like there's a whole mess of bumps in there from that finish where what's it called?
The Thunder Driver?
Yeah, the Thunder Driver through the table. I mean, there's so many. And
Through the table to the thumbtacks.
Britt,
Well, my favorite spot in that match is when he puts out the thumbtacks, puts it in you, and then rolls on the thumbtacks. I gotta learn. Like, that's great psychology. If you're gonna use that shit, use it. But it's used like that. Like, that's a brilliant spot. And then, it looks like you're gonna get screwed, and there's no referee. And, it was very, like I said, I really love both those matches because the psychology, and you both were so over, and the people and the blood, which you never really.
Oh my God, I was, and especially in my championship match, I was bleeding profusely. My hair was wet, my face was totally red. I smelled like iron when I came out. I remember my son hugged me. He's like, "Ew, you smell like blood." I was like, "Duh, of course I smell like blood." My dad was there, my sister was there. All my friends were there. A bunch of people flew in that were with me from the beginning of my career.
What a great feeling.
It was a great feeling. And I don't know if I'm going to be able to have something similar to that. I mean, I would love to have the opportunity to become a champion. That was a very special moment. And how I had to leave the championship, I think it hurt me the most because that's when I reached out to you.
Right.
Because I hurt my back and I have to relinquish the championship, and that hurt because I wasn't able to finish the story with whoever was gonna be next. And
I think you're gonna be okay. I think you're gonna be okay because first of all, you're feeling better now, right?
I've been pain free for a couple months, so it's been good.
So, and you're still here because here's what happens. From my boy Drew McIntyre, and the list goes on and on. They're in pain, or got the neck or the back or whatever they got, and they start doing my program. They feel great, and then they stop.
No,
for me, I can't stop, and I was smart enough to know I got to do this shit the rest of my life. And then I'll hear some, the boys or the girls, football players, professional athletes. I can't tell you how many people have said to me, I worked out my whole life. Now I don't have to do it anymore. It's like, what? You just beat the shit out of your body. And the problem is between 40 and 50, you feel it, but you don't really feel it. When you get to the back end of 50, 60 and 70, you might as well just shot yourself in the knees and in the back with a shotgun, because life is about preventative maintenance. I mean, that's what the Gauntlet was all about.
And it's so important now that I see you, and then you're telling me that you are, what you said, 10 months before 70?
Yeah, 10 months, before 69.
69. I just realized that my dad has some degenerative issues in his back, and he's doing really, really bad. So,
and how old's your dad?
My dad is 73.
73.
And he is about to be on the walker because he can't really walk, and he's refusing to do it. And now he's barely becoming active. And I've been telling him for years.
Is bad. Yeah, but can you get him to do the drive? And that's what people, I've had people, DDP, can you please talk to my whatever?
I will fly that man from Tijuana to get his ass over here because I believe in this, and
he has to.
No, he believes it. He stayed with me for 3 weeks. He will wake up in the morning. He will start rowing. He will start walking on a treadmill.
Okay, so now he's moving again.
Yes.
Okay.
Because he knows, and because he's the patriarch of the family.
Right.
My cousins. My second cousins have been telling him, "Abuelito, please don't die. Please last us a little, 10 more years." So it's weighing on him.
Right.
And he's been the provider for my family and for different families. So, not financially, but emotionally.
Right.
So he's like, I have to do this not only for me, but for all my family.
That's
So
smart.
he's bought into it, and I told him about that I was coming with you, and that's why I was like, "Is it in Spanish? Can we do some stuff in Spanish?"
And you know what? I can even, I will, Marcel, who is, I was starting to tell you this. Marcel is one of my instructors, but he's a master instructor. He's gone
Yes.
through every form. He's also an MD. So I'm talking a medical doctor in Canada who still practices part-time, but he's retired, partially retired. But he teaches 5 classes a week, and 3 of them are chair classes, sitting in a chair, holding onto a chair, and 2 of them are just flat out. He's younger, I'd say he's about 64-ish, somewhere around there. But he's got 70 to 100 people on a football field, friggin' doing
Wow.
the workouts, indoor football field for soccer, up there, and every Tuesdays and Thursdays. But he does all the chair stuff, and that's where I'll walk you through this, and I'll look to get Marcel to give me a workout around that if there's somewhere in between he doesn't need, because I know he's got one coming out. It's going to be in
I'm
Spanish.
excited, and
Yeah.
I'm excited about it, and I know that there's like me, he was doing a lot of the therapies that I was doing to help him, and the last time that I was with him, we'll both go to therapy. That sounds so bad. You're 73 and your younger daughter go to the therapy because they have back problems, but it's just like he knows that a lot of the stuff that I do is preventative, and I've been talking to him about it for a long time.
Right.
And now more than ever, because I want to be able to give the best years that I can in professional wrestling for whatever I have. If it's 3, if it's 2, if it's 1, I want to be in the best shape, pain-free, most importantly.
That's it. And no matter what's going to happen as you get older, it's settle in somewhere in your late 50s, early 60s. But if you're consistently doing, and I tell people all the time, you don't have to do DDP yoga, but you need to do some kind of yoga, because yoga is the glue that keeps us mobile and flexible and strong. Ours is a different level of that. It's like next generation, of really being able to heal your body and to keep you that way. But there's days I have to do it in the morning and at night before I go to bed, those are just stretches, breaking up the scar tissue and all that. A lot of stuff I'm going to teach you, and some of it it'll be interesting if you can be as mobile as you think you are in your knees. Because I've had guys say to me, "Oh, my knees are great," and then they're like, "Oh, really? You think that's great?" Because I put them in positions, they're like, "I can't do that."
Well,
And then it's yet.
I can bend very well, and I don't have pain. I don't know if, depending on what you're going to have me do.
We'll see. So what we're going to do is we're going to start you with the Gauntlet and start you with the plunge, which you've done, but we'll see how long you stay, and it's your call.
I love that.
That's the perfect thing. I tell them all the time when I'm getting
But at least you have your hands up. I had to have my hands in, and it's just like this. And what I'm terrified is I have to have my neck all the way up to here.
You're going to be right up to there.
Usually I had it here because I was such a chicken shit. But now I have to do that.
And
It's going to be great.
It's so funny though, because I see so many of these plungers up to here. Well, this is the carotid artery right here. This is where the brown fat lives. And most people have no idea what the hell brown fat is. That's why I always tell them it's the fat that helps you burn the fat. And when when it's put in that plunge, there's so many added benefits to starting with a cold plunge every day. I wish I could take it on the road with me, but I've already packed like the Griswolds. We have so many bags. My wife won't let me take a cold plunge too. Okay, so why don't you grab your suit, hop in there, we'll do this. We'll go through our whole day, and then we'll have a shake in between the oxygen therapy, and then we'll have a shake, and then we'll hit the DDPY and Powercuffs. All right, we'll be back. All right. So, what are you? I'm not gonna make you stay 10. It's your body. I want you to try to stay for at least a minute. Okay. 3 is your goal. Then after that, you do what you want to do. But what's it? Like you did something in there, the interview with Jane, that where you You say, no, I love it. That, what I was starting to say, when I get stem cell deals in my shoulders, like in the joint,
Yeah.
I love this. Oh, this feels so good. Oh, I love it. You know, and then it's over. You know,
I mean, I've been through so much pain for all the therapy that I've done, and I still do. I know that it's temporary. Who used to tell me that? I think of how one of my trainers used to be like, pain is temporary. Oh, yeah, in jiu-jitsu. Because after we finished the class, we had to do like 5 minutes of abs, and everybody will be bitching and we'll be tired. So,
let me get the timer set up. I will not set the timer
until I'm up to here.
till you're up to your neck. Love it, baby. Jump in there.
Yep, it feels exactly how it used to feel before.
Phase 1 of DDP's Gauntlet, the cold plunge. The key benefits include activating brown fat metabolism, enhancing mental resilience, strengthened immune system, and a dramatically boosted mood. Begin.
Breathe. Keep going. You're thinking your choker's not in there yet. Okay, we're started. So if you tell me a story like I was telling you, it'll change everything.
Well, oh my God.
What's your favorite match? What is your favorite match?
I have so many favorite matches.
Right. Well, give me one that we didn't talk about. Look at me.
When I won the championship, coming out, I remember wanting to cry.
Look at me.
I wanted to cry, and
Look at me. It's going to take you out of that spot. You just trust me. If you just trust me, go back there. Go back in that time. What were we thinking about in the back before you went out there?
that it was gonna be fun, and my family was gonna be there, and
Yeah, you're beating yourself up. Breathe. There you go. Now see, it's starting to be a little bit less. A little bit less. Let's just take over. You already passed the minute. This is all on you now, Tyson.
it's gonna be good. I still have a good tank left.
You do. And just so that you know, you're at 3 minutes now. You're still in. It's your call. I didn't do this to you.
I'm gonna do 1 more minute because I'm done this in a minute. It's good for my body.
You're riding the bicycle right now?
Yeah, I gotta move, you know. I've done this in Japan where we were doing hot and cold and the onsens.
Yeah, I'll do that too.
Yeah, that's really cool. Ooh.
Well,
There's tougher things in life, you know. I'd rather do this than a needle in my back.
yeah.
Epidurals are not fun.
No, they're not good for you.
No, they're not. It's just like temporary stuff, but you know, you need to do what you need to do before you do the big thing, and I don't want surgery. Oh my God.
Are you gonna actually go to 5?
Yeah, let's go.
You see? This is you're owning it. You know, and the next time you would get in, you'd own it more. But the next time, it would only be for the first 10 seconds.
It's like when you do have your first training session for wrestling, it's painful. My MMA one, oh my God. It was a Shark Tank. They all jump on me for 5 minutes. I remember I couldn't breathe. I have all these guys that some of them were going to the UFC, some of them were having, you know, already a lot of matches. And I remember there's me, the professional wrestler, who everybody wanted to take like a good shot on me. And I didn't give up. I kept coming, even though it was hurting, even though it was hard. I just kept coming. I couldn't breathe. I remember that was the same feeling that I had right now.
Right.
I couldn't breathe. I just remember I can't breathe. And everybody's like, relax. Like, how can you relax when they're punching you and they're trying to choke you, you know, for 5 minutes straight? But it just became easier and easier as much as I kept doing it. And this is the same thing. It's just like...
You see what you're doing right now. You're just telling me a story. And this is what I want people to see. Like that, this becomes this when this takes back over. I mean, you're a minute 5:30. You get out anytime you want. You're 5:30. I just put that right there so you can see that. You know, all right.
It's with everything in life.
It is.
It's like, change is uncomfortable. Me, when I became a wrestler, I was afraid. And it was uncomfortable. But now it's a second nature. Becomes a second nature. I remember, I'm not gonna die. I'm gonna be okay. This is just like fight or flight, right?
All right, I want you out now at 6.
did more than I did today. Oh. Because you don't want to take a towel right away. You want to do this hard. Up, no, look at me, like this, up and down. Rub your belly.
Oh, it's full. And you feel it in your joints. I feel it on my back, my feet, my knees.
All right, go to chase.
Oh.
That's right. As soon as you get you on the treadmill, you'll be good. You'll be doing great.
Okay, you're gonna be here. Turn to me. Hold that mask there.
Phase 2 of DDP's Gauntlet, hypoxia training. The key benefits are it produces higher oxygen levels to the bloodstream, accelerated healing of body tissues, enhanced ability to utilize fat as fuel, and enhanced cognitive function and overall brain health. Begin.
Push it up, just start walking. Get your hips back a little farther. Hard to push, right? Oh. All right, so let's do this. I'm gonna start, you keep going. I'm gonna make it a little bit easier. I'm gonna give you some oxygen right here. Feel that. You feeling that? That's like 50% oxygen. See how hard that was?
Oh my God.
And you were at 11. Okay, remember I was at 6? You were at 11 and you're only at, now I've got you down to like, all oxygen. You're gonna come back at about 12,000 feet.
Oh.
All right?
So when it's getting hard to breathe, what do I do?
Breathe. That's a, you know, we it's kind of like the guys who go up, the Sherpas, you know? They, those guys who carry the shit up on the fucking mountains. Here these other people are, you know, climbing Mount Everest, but these guys got all the packs, you know? In this scenario, now you've got, you're 3 times the oxygen. You ready to try again? All right, let's try it.
This shit's awful.
It's kind of like when you're climbing a mountain, you get to like 7,000 feet, maybe you should sit there for a little while. Hang out, enjoy the view. Your body, you know, adheres to that and then go up another one. And I wanted you to see, like, I'm not telling you anything to do that I don't do at its highest level in 30 years difference. So what could you do? That's, you want to stay young.
That is, I am. If I went to MMA as a white belt, I can do this shit. You know?
No shit. No shit. No shit.
It's just like I have to relax. I got to remember. It's gonna be okay.
We're gonna go another 3.5 minutes unless you want to try to go to pushing it again.
I can push it.
You want to try it? Okay. Right? No, you keep going, keep going. Just keep going, because I'm just going to stop it. See, now you're getting a hold of it. I put my back against here, my ass against there, and I push. There you go. How you feeling?
It's burning.
What? You're burning?
My legs are burning now.
Yeah, right.
I'm finally warm.
Look at you go. Look at you go. 10 more seconds. Don't pass out on me. 3, 2, 1. Come over here and get on the bike. Now what we're going to do is I'm going to increase this every minute down there. But you're only going to do, when we get to the sprint, you're only going to do 20 seconds with that the limited oxygen, but then we're going to blast it, okay? And then you're going to have 10 seconds, you keep pushing hard as hell and see where you got. You got 15 seconds. 3, come on, give me what you got, give me what you got, give me what you got. Come on, come on. 20 seconds, hard. Great job, great job, great job, great job. I'll give you 10 more seconds here, 10 more seconds. 2, chill, 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 chill. You feel the difference? 15, so we're only gonna do 5 of these. 2, go. Come on. Come on. Good. Come on. Oxygen coming at you. Go. 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 Come on. 3, 2, chill. 2, go. Come on. Come on. Come on. Good. 2. Now give me 10 hard. That's all that oxygen. Come on, Rosa. Own it. Own it. 5, 4, 3, 2. Chill out. Chill out. Chill out. 2. Go. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Push it. Push it. Push it. Push it. There you go. There you go. 3, 2. Great job. Great job. One more. That's 1. 3, 2. Hit it. Hit it. Hit it. Hit it. Hit it. Come on. Come on. There we go. There we go. Last one, best one. Last one, best one. 10 more seconds. 10 more seconds. You're at 12 right there. 3, 2. Big oxygen coming at you. Come on, give me that last 10. Come on. This is the one that really counts. Pushing it. 5, 4, 3, 2. Chill out. Chill out. Now just coasting. Deep belly breaths. Deep belly breaths. Ah. Right in that diaphragm.
Oh, can't even fucking breathe.
Ah, take control of it. This is the most important time. But you did good. All right, now comes the challenging part. I want you to breathe all that. Take 10 deep breaths. Now you breathe normal. When you push all the air out, all of it out, when there's nothing left here, raise your hand and we'll count it off. And what I do is close my eyes as you saw, but we'll look. I only had 5 more seconds. Close my eyes. Boom, I just beat that. That's the connection with your brain and the number. You raise your hand. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Great job. 8, 15, 16, 17. That was great. That was great for your first one. Plays games in your head though. This is the big fight or flight, all right? We got 5 of them and you're done. And we'll have a shake. 12, 13, own it. 14, 15, beat it. 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Deep breaths now, deep breaths. All that oxygen going to your brain, going deep into your cells, healing you at a cellular level. 12, 13, come on, 14, 15, you got this. 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. Oh, deep breaths, deep. Good. 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. Isn't it crazy how you can go more each time? It's crazy, man. Your diaphragm's like a balloon. You fill it up, every time you blow up a balloon, you gotta really push. And then let all the air out. Now push again, it comes to here. Easier to push. Let it go down again, comes to here. Way easier to blow up. That's your diaphragm. That's why you want to learn to breathe in for 3, out for 3, in for 5, out for 5, 10. Before I walked out for my Hall of Fame speech, I was doing 20. Breathing in and out for 20 with my 4 girls. The only story in my brain, I want to blow them away. It's going to be the greatest thing I ever done in professional wrestling. I'm going to make them laugh. I'm going to make them cry. I'm going to inspire them. That's the only voice. And you already get that. Mm-hmm. So I've already seen glimpses of that. But now let's take it to that next level. Okay? Last one. You call it. 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. You got this. 24, 25, don't give up, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30! Yeah! That's hard as fuck. That is hard as a son of a bitch. And you did it on your first day out. You did it on your first day out. Just nice and slow, pedal down. Just let your breathing come back. We're giving you all 61% oxygen. All right, you're good anytime you want to get off.
Can I take this off?
Oh, yeah. Oh, sorry. Hey, Nathan, call my phone.
It's right here.
Oh, you found it?
It's on the table.
Oh, okay.
Oh, this is the power cuff. Okay.
Yeah, this is
This is the magic.
blood flow restriction training. I'm gonna pull as tight as I can get it to go and see where it goes. Right about here.
I was watching a video and it says like Americans eat like they have good health care.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to get you a small. Yeah, it's so true. That is a great. Write that down for me.
Oh, I was looking at your picture when you. Was that a caddy? That's not a caddy.
Cadillac, yeah.
Is that a wrestling picture?
Yeah, that was my car.
What?
Yeah, that was. You want to talk about like you talk about, without saying manifesting or seeing it. That you were saying something how you saw what nobody else saw, and that's the most important thing, because people, if they just believed in themselves and really saw it, people say, "I believe when I see it." Those people don't see shit.
No.
But there's people who say, "I believe it because I see it." You're a trailblazer. You're the first of your kind in this game, in this country. So at some point, you had to see it. A glimmer of it, because that's what creates the passion, that's what creates the hope, that's what creates the drive. And if other people could just figure this out, so many other people could be so successful, but they quit. They quit, and that's,
You
quit.
quit when it gets harder, and that's when you're supposed to like. Well, in my case, is when you have to keep going because you're so close.
You're so close. There's a book called Think and Grow Rich, the original one, written by Napoleon Hill. And one of his stories is about this gold miner out west in California and how right away he struck gold. But the vein wasn't that long, but he had struck gold. So he went back to Philadelphia, raised a bunch of money, put it all in. They kept going and going and going. And finally he's like, fuck it, I'm broke. I can't, there's no more gold left here. Then he sold it for a song to a company who knew how to get the right tool to find the gold. He was 3 feet from gold. 3 feet. And it happens all the time. It happens all the time. I'll try and push that up there. Good, you can still get it all the way up. Take it up, take it up. Good. Now pull it just a little bit, that's all you need. Push it down, push it in.
Oh yeah.
That's exact, so we can see your bicep there? That's exactly where it should be. We're not just reaching our arms to the heavens so the universe smiles back out to you.
We're actually gonna work out.
You're going to engage and flex. That's what I'm going to teach you first.
All right.
Okay, so your feet will be here. Feet hip distance. Come up a little more. That's good, that's good, that's good. Now you see your feet are already starting to do this? Not good. That's what you want to do, and you want to make yourself do that.
Phase 3 of DDP's Gauntlet, DDP Yoga. The key benefits are that it combines cardio, flexibility, and strength training into one workout. Burns fat with little to no joint impact, highly effective lower back pain healer, and adaptable to any fitness level. Begin.
All right, now slightly bend your knees. Okay? Now you know your heart rate's at 73 right now. So I want you to grip your toes tight. Now I want you to straighten your legs, And I want you to try to pull your feet together without moving them. So it's isometrics. So you're working your adductors. Now tuck your tailbone and squeeze your glutes. Now hit them. Flex quads, hit them. Flex your glutes. Feel tight? Grab the ball. Wow, you got that immediately. Nobody does that. That's amazing. Now I want you to create your own resistance as you move. Lift longer and higher. Stay there. Stay there. Put your thumb and index fingers against each other. Like, don't let me do that. Don't let me do that. Beautiful. Inhale, take it back. Arms out to a T. Clench your fist. Give me that crab shot. Hulk it up. Now open your fingers wide. Tension, shoulders back, chest out. At ease. See how good just this right here feels? Mm-hmm. So important. I don't care if you're waiting to go out, they're playing your music. Here. Here. I gotta put you over. I've never seen but a handful of people ever do that.
This when I was in recovery, guys.
Reach, touch down. Now I want you to reach with this left hand. See, I'm up on my toes here, and I'm trying to pull this away from this. Now reach with the right. Keep the arms up. Keep them up. Drop the right. Scrape the left. Don't turn your body. Stay there. Stay there. I'm just going to turn you here. You know what? Let's look at the mirror. Because you're a C person. Inhale and a touchdown. Shooting these just like a workout, right, bro? Perfect. Reach to that left hand. Now reach to the right. Give me. Keep both those arms up. Reach to the right. And reach to the left. Inhale, touchdown. Exhale, diamond cutter, put them together. Take it back. Out to a T. Come on, make some noise, Rosa. Yeah. Tension. At ease. Now let's power up.
Madre Santa.
Okay.
Oh, it's gonna be even.
Hit it. Grip the toes. Lean into the left. Now, I want you to take your left hand, remember that's your right hand, yes, and take it down and walk down here and try to open up with that. There you go. Way to take it up there. Huddle back up. Lower down in the chaturanga, and this is 3, 2, 1. Take it back.
I forgot about this.
One more. Good job. 2 more breaths. Twist that left hand open. Drop your hips a little bit. There you go. Straighten that back leg if you can. Inhale, pull it through. Exhale, open. Inhale, pull it through. Exhale all that air out. Deep breath. Exhale all that air out. Deep breath. Exhale. One more deep breath. Now, move your hands back and lower your chest to your quad, your forearms to the mat, the ground. Now tuck your chin a little bit. Can you feel the opening up of your back, low back?
I just feel everything opening, something weird. I've never been in this position.
There you go, keep it going. Deep breath, exhale, forward and down. Inhale, back up.
Are you supposed to look pretty when doing this?
Do what?
Are you supposed to look pretty doing this or no?
Look pretty.
No, I'm just saying because
You're doing fine, you're doing great. Inhale, cobra or up dog. Push the tops of your feet into the mat, no tops of your feet. And now try to pull your quads off the mat. Now that's where you're going later. Exhale in a down dog. Lower to your knees. Grab some water. We're gonna do back and triceps because she has a bad back, I have a bad back, and she's not in any pain now. We wanna continue to build a back. We're gonna go into broken airplane and broken table. Deep breath. As you exhale, try to pull the foot away from your hand away from your foot. Right hand on the right shoulder, right foot straight back.
Sometimes.
Bring the left hand out to shake someone's hand, tuck your chin. Just focus on that little dribble of sweat wanting to roll off your nose. Deep breath. Back up. Left forearm down, take it through. Back up. Right, take it down, take it through. Back up, sink into it. Push your knees out. Take your right hand and grab your right ankle. Start to work that left forearm towards the mat. Touchdown, feet hip distance. Ooh. Take it back. Out to the tee, make some noise. Attention. And you get some water. Okay, let's play Powercuffs.
You just press it and it opens easier.
All right. What do you want to do? It's your day. What do you want to do?
Back and triceps.
Back and triceps. Okay, so let's say we've already got a lot of this set up. We're going to start out with wide grip pull downs and go into
Champagne toast.
champagne toast, right? So just right down low off your belly, okay? Then we'll come into close grip pull downs into
The ones.
tricep push down.
Tricep push down.
Tricep push downs, right? Cool. And then we're going to finish with laying against the bench on an incline for bent over rows, and then we go into
The Thunder Rosa special with skull crusher.
Phase 4 of DDP's Gauntlet, Powercuffs. The key benefits are building muscle with light weights, reduced joint stress, stimulating muscle building hormones, and accelerated injury recovery. Begin.
All right, let's grab them, sit into it. Oh, got to tell you, power up.
Oh.
Push them in and turn them up. Remember, about a 7 to 8 out of 10. I like to go more towards 8. Go make sure I tighten it up there, kid. Tighten it up. All right. All right, you ready?
Yeah.
I say ready, you say ready. Ready?
Ready.
Hit it. 30. 29. Slow it down. 28. Pause. Flex. Flex. Pause. 2. Pause. 1. All right. Flat bench. We got 30 seconds. And we're going to go to champagne toast.
Champagne toast.
Ready?
Ready.
Hit it. 30.
Oui.
29. 28. 27. 3. Pause. 2. Pause. Whoa!
Madre.
Did that get heavy towards the end there?
Oh my God. It was like number 15. I was like, holy Jesus.
We're going right back over there. Yeah. This is the different animal.
Yo, it's like look at this. I mean, he's worse than I am, you know. Like,
Well, I always got like road
no,
maps.
but this is insane.
But just feel it's already getting a little blown in there. And that's what's going to happen. That's what's going to happen. Pause. 3. Pause. 2. Pause. Whoa. Did you ever think 25 pounds could feel so heavy in that?
No. Like, no.
Your goal is really just 15. But if you can't get 15, the weight's too heavy. But my goal is 20. My goal for you is 20. But don't cheat. Set them up. Whew. Ready?
Ready.
Hit it. 20. Pause. 19. Pause. 17. Pause. Pause. 3. Pause. 2. Pause. Whoa! That 8 even felt heavy, didn't it?
Oh, super heavy.
You might want to go grab those 5s soon.
No, that's fine.
But I don't want you cheating. You're using perfect form.
We thugging it out right here.
You got perfect form going right now. Don't lose it. Yeah. Ready?
Ready.
Hit it. 20. 19. Pause. 18. Pause. 3. 2.
1.
Whoa. Okay. That is our beginning of our third set. Make sure you got water. Make sure you're hydrating yourself. Ready?
Ready.
Hit it. 20.
20.
19.
19.
18. 2. 1. Oh. Remember, don't lift too heavy. Don't cheat. You're only cheating yourself. That's why I throw it in this hole.
100% true.
Ready?
Ready.
Hit. 20.
20.
19. Pause. 18. 3. Pause. 2. Pause. 1. All right, last set there. Now let's pop these bad boys off.
Got it.
Ready?
Ready.
Hit it. 20.
20.
19. Pause. 1. 2. Pause. 1. Last one. I'm going to leave that weight just in case I can get heavy for those bent over rows. Okay, so now we're going to go pop them, by the way. Ooh, it feels good. Feel good, right?
Yes.
Make sure it's pulled up high enough. Don't let them slip down. All right, here we go. Grab them. Whew. Ready?
Ready.
Ready?
Ready.
Hit it. 30.
Oy.
29. Pause. 28. Pause. 27. Pause. 2. Oh, Maron. Oh, mon ami. Ooh. Yeah, I felt that one. How you holding up out there? Okay. Set it up. Ready?
Ready.
Hit it. 30.
30.
29. Flex. 20. What's that?
27.
Thank you.
26.
Pause. 2. Oh! Woo! Okay, all right. I thought you were popping them totally. No, but that feels good though. If you're gonna take it back an inch, like a degree, do it. Do it. Your workout. Okay.
It's the blood restriction in my arms.
Grab them. Ready?
Ready.
Hit it. 20. 19. 3. Way to go, beast. 2. She's owning it. Ah! You don't cheat at all. You don't cheat at all.
Why would I cheat?
Well, everybody does. I don't. All right, set it up. Ready?
Ready.
Hit it. 20.
20. Ooh,
19. Still there, right? 18.
Oh my God.
17.
I can't even count.
16. 15. 14. 13. 12.
Oh,
3. 2. Oh my God, my tries were burning on that.
you know how I feel? I feel like when I was getting kicked in the legs, when I'm getting my legs ready for Muay Thai, that's exactly how my muscles feel. And this is the second.
Second series.
So you can imagine, and I use only 10 pounds. It's like, I haven't worked out like this in a long time, and I'm feeling it.
So with this lightweight, would you ever thought it could have felt that heavy? Did you move much heavier weight than this?
Oh no, yeah, all the time. But this is at another level because we're restricting the blood, and it's not like you don't have like the whole movement. I mean, you do, but it's like I don't know how to explain it.
It's a hell of a pump. Where do you get to the end? 3, 2, oh! All right. This is our last set of this, right?
I'm doing 5.
5, 4, 3, That's the last one. Pop them. I know it is. There's no way it would hurt that much if it wasn't the last one. All right, we got a minute. I'm gonna fill up some water.
It's crazy.
All right, ready?
Ready.
Hit it. 30,
30. Oh,
29, 28, 27, 3, 2, 1. Boy, I thought you were damn ambitious with those 10 pounders.
I'm sweating. Yes, I was.
Okay, now we're gonna roll right into skull crushers. You all right?
My arms are noodles.
Noodles.
They're
Wait
noodles.
till it won't be tomorrow either. It'll be the day after. Okay, whew.
Are you really telling me this?
Skull crushers here. Ready?
Ready.
Hit it. 30, 29,
My favorite.
28, 27.
27, 26.
Hey, come on, Rosa. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, whoa!
I need fives.
Powercuffs can be a little humbling. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Yeah, good job. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh, yeah. All right, 2 more sets and we're done with this part.
Oh, there's more?
5, 4, 3, 2. Oh. We got one more, right?
Yep.
3,
Oh my God.
2,
1.
whoa. Last one. Last one, best one. 3, 2, 1. Whoa. 5, 4, 3, 2. Oh, rack 'em. Rack 'em. That is it. That's all she wrote. Oh,
Stack them.
pop 'em. Whew. I'll help you even put some of these bad boys away. Always put your weights back. Gym etiquette. So we're just got done with the gauntlet.
I still feel I have the cuffs. I still feel them in here. I mean, you can see them, and you can see like how pumped I am.
So what was your feeling going that? And you've done cold plunging before.
Yes.
How long ago?
Man, it's been probably a year
Yeah.
between. Yeah,
How cold was it though?
it's just as similar as that.
Similar,
yeah,
right?
with ice and everything. Yeah.
Yeah, what's really going to be cool is to watch, and we'll probably throw it in right here, where you were getting in that and where you were 6 minutes into that thing. Like even 5.5, like somewhere around 4, you shifted. Did you notice the mental shift that you went through?
Yeah, you asked me a question, and I was just like, I got into like a really good place, and because you were like, keep telling me the story, and I'm just trying to like not think that the water is cold, and then you asked me something specific, and it just like switched right there, and I was like, all right, I can't do another 30 seconds. I was like, you can get out, and I'm like, I'm just gonna try another 30.
Yeah, because we started to say, hey, you just did the 1. Then I said, well, you got 3, and then you got 4. But by the time she was rolling up on 6, I know you would have went to 7 or 8. But then that shivering you were getting to, where it hits that cold bone, that's why I take you right to Live O2 and walking backwards on the treadmill, or whether you're doing that or sprinting. So it warms you right up. And that's what you want. That's how you're burning that extra fat, that when you actually do get up to your neck, to your carotid artery area, that brown fat helps you burn fat. And I know because I'm lean as hell, and And I eat a lot of things like I like sweets. They're not full of sugar, but they got sugar in them. So I know that really helps there. But it's interesting to have watched that, shift.
Everything of the research where it says that it serves your lymphatic system.
Sure.
And like inflammation and like just like circulation too.
Sure.
And
Yep.
I felt it right away when we were out and I was changing and I was shaking. I was like, okay, this is gonna be good for me. And I started feeling like how
Right.
the blood started pumping and just a reminder that I have to do this more because of like all the injuries that I suffer and
Sure.
what I continue to do. Because my recovery it's taking longer for me to recover from every match, especially when I do like things with tables, chairs, and all that crazy
Sure.
stuff.
Yeah.
I should definitely be doing more of this kind
Well,
of stuff.
this is, the thing is that you can't tell because women are such great fighters. They're great wrestlers now. They're great basketball. Like the whole evolution has gone up. Everyone, especially every woman and man, but especially every woman needs to be doing some kind of yoga. Look at Trish Stratus.
Yes.
I mean, that chick, I just put her over so huge at I was signing, I don't know, I guess WrestleMania. And I walked over to her and I said, listen, you are blowing my mind. Because I see she does a handstand, one arm.
Wow.
And balances on, you gotta check her out something. She's a stud. And she's 49 now, I'm pretty sure. Drop dead gorgeous. And I just told her, I love what you're doing. She's like on that Canada's Got Talent.
Yes, I saw that when I was in Canada.
And she's great on it, and she, if you're gonna have freaking top models on it, she's way more, over than, even those top models.
Yes.
Because she's still relevant.
Yes.
And the fact that she came back and worked, and really didn't miss a beat.
No, that match with Becky and her on the cage, I think it was one of the best matches of her life. At her age, which age is just a number. She looked amazing. Like it was excellent performance,
Yeah.
and the way that she was presenting herself and the way that she looked, like she put some of us to shame. She was great.
But again, she's a yogi who lifts weights too, and
She was a bodybuilder, right? When she was discovered.
I'm not sure, but I just know that I think she looks better now than she did then,
Yeah,
and
she
she
did.
was smoking hot back
no,
then.
she does.
But she just has a class of just a really good class. I can't put her over enough, and they like choked her up a little bit because a lot of the boys or girls, they don't put each other over, and they should. And someone who works like her, I got a ton of respect for her. So I don't know how we got on that subject. So we went from there to the Livo 2, to the oxygen therapy.
That was scary. That was scary. I'm not gonna lie. That like the first minute, because I couldn't breathe, or I felt like I couldn't breathe. I didn't know, like if I was gonna pass out, or if I should go faster, or like I was struggling, I was shaking. I've been in situations in where I have no oxygen, or I feel like I was drowning. And in training, because especially when I was doing MMA and some training in Texas, we trained with no AC, 110 degrees.
Right.
80,
Yeah, really
80,
wild.
100% humidity. You can't breathe, and you have people on top of you, like getting choked and doing all this stuff. So, being in that situation where you don't have a lot of oxygen and you still have to think and act, I just went back to that. I'm like, you're gonna be okay. If not, because I was thinking, I'm gonna take this mask off. This is so weird. But then it's just like, okay, just finding a rhythm too on
Right.
how to like walk and relax and breathe. And I was listening to you when you were doing your breathing before I did it. So I just have to remind myself to like follow the steps.
And that's one of the things I do with the Gauntlet first, because I'm not going to put you through anything I'm going to put myself through. By the way, I never recommend anybody getting in a cold plunge if you're not working out right after. If you're not, or if you're not jumping in a hot tub, and then you can end 1 minute in the cold plunge and you'll still be okay. But once you get to 3 minutes on, especially 4, 5, or 6, that shit will stick with you unless it's a really sunny, hot day.
Yeah, you start shaking. Really bad.
So then we jumped on the mat. And this is the first time we've done DDP yoga together.
Yes, I've done it before because
Right.
when was it when I started doing it? Last February, that's when I started like religiously doing it for like 90 days. And a lot of the movements I already knew.
Right.
And
tell.
I feel like I was in the video. It was fun. I was like,
You
oh my
are
God,
in the video
yeah,
now, though.
So I actually was surprised that I was able to do some of the stuff that you had me do. I was like, oh crap, like I can actually move a certain way and just paying attention to certain things. And I remember when I met you in 2015 in London,
Yep.
you talk about, your body resistance, right? And I never forget that when
You blew my mind when I said, engage, open those fingers. And they were like I would do it. Like, I was surprised that you really took that. That was smart.
Yeah, because I remember that conversation, and you started with like, hold the ball, and I didn't, and I couldn't hold it. And then when I did it when I was injured, because that's the only thing that I could do, it was that and walking.
Right.
And I was doing PT for like really, for old people, just like move your leg like this. So DDP was like the one thing that had me sweating, and it helped me to get to like start lifting weights and graduate to the next thing. And when I did it today, I was like, okay, it was hard, but it was my whole entire body was engaged. I could see it in the mirror. I could see my muscles and everything. So that's very, very important. Flexibility is super important for anybody at any age.
Well, I always wanted to see what you could do. So when I said, well, you can do that, well, then can you do this? You can do that. Can you do this?
Mm-hmm.
So you've come back from the back injury. Now the key is staying ahead of that.
Yes.
And this is like a prescription of doing this 4 to 5 days a week will help you. It's not going to cure you from never getting hurt, But
no, I mean, I still have the injury. I haven't gotten surgery. I'm refusing to get surgery.
Don't get surgery. Hulk's had 10.
Yeah.
Hulk's had 10 back surgeries. 10.
That's crazy.
And after 2, I begged him, please. And then he sent me the most beautiful thing. He saw Butterbean's transformation.
Yes.
And he sent me the most beautiful text. And I text him back, bro, I want to help you. Just tell me. I would love, because after 10 surgeries, but, he's, some guys, you just don't want to do it, whether they appreciate what you do or not.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm good with that. I don't, it doesn't bother me. I appreciated his text he sent me. It was beautiful. So then we go to the Powercuffs. What were you expecting in the Powercuff workout?
I just knew there was gonna be at one point in where my arms were gonna feel like noodles. I already knew that was gonna happen because I told you I did it 10 years ago. A workout not as intense as this one, but my trainer used to put those things here, and I hated it. I remember I used to cry. He used to make me cry, and I didn't cry, but there was a point he got in my face. I was just like, I'm not gonna make it, and I was doing 5 pounds. But
yeah, when you start dropping down, that's when you become humble.
Yes, but I knew that I could do it, and like what excites me is the results.
Right.
Yeah, I know it's gonna be painful. I know at times I'm gonna feel uncomfortable, but the results are what I'm looking for. And like I'm at an age in where I want to look better than my younger peers.
Right.
And I just want to look good, and I want to feel good. I want to feel flexible, and I want to feel like I can do anything that my peers do, because I know our bodies are such a beautiful machine.
Sure.
Right, and our mind allows us to do a lot more. So
the right food and the right training.
Yes.
And everybody's got good training as far as to have a nice physique, but that all beats the hell out of you.
Yes.
And that's all you guys do is beat the hell out of yourself, like for a living. So overall, it was a great gauntlet. You did great. And tomorrow we'll get together and we're going to do legs and shoulders.
Now that one, I'm just more scared.
So I'll have another video up there, and I'm sure this will come out even after maybe the video. So thanks for joining us for this episode of DDP's Gauntlet. See ya. Bang.